Now, back here in Enniscrone, I'm delighted to be joined by one of the competitors, Joe Burney, who's hugely involved in the promotion of shore angling and indeed angling for young people. And he's joined by, well, a very good friend of his. He tells me that he hopes it's going to be a future daughter-in-law, Linda Manton. Joe, first off, tell us about your own interest in angling.
Two of us are members of the Listening Varna for North Sea Angling Club. It's a club that's there over 50 years now. We currently have a promotion going on trying to encourage youth to come into the sport. We have this year engaged with over 20 young juveniles, and we're trying to bring them on into the club and get them interested in it. Currently Linda and Joseph, my son, are after making the under 21 Munster interprovincial team, and they'll be fishing that in February this year.
And what's the key to getting young people interested in angling?
Just to get them out on the beach. Once they catch their first fish, generally that's it, that's the interest taken. They either love it then or they won't take to it.
Linda, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from and how you got interested.
Well, I'm from Ballea. I got interested by his son, Joseph, my boyfriend. He just got me out on the beach and started me off fishing. And once I caught the first fish, I was just delighted with it. So I said I'd just join the club then and see how I go.
And have you come across many ladies out fishing, or is it mainly a male-dominated sport or pastime?
Well, now and again you see a few odd women, but mainly just men. But it's nice to ask friends of mine to come and join in that. But mainly men, yeah. So.
What do you enjoy about it yourself?
Just the fact of the thrill of just catching a fish. It's great, yeah. But I enjoy fishing because it's different to any other kind of sport that you'd be doing.
And it's so healthy, and imagine being up here in Enniscrone on a Saturday afternoon in the beautiful scenery. That's the magic for me.
Yeah, well, it's nice, and you deal with all the different things to do, like cold and that, but it's great.
Good stuff. Joe, I suppose, is the glass half full when you come to angling in Ireland? What's your own, I suppose, thoughts on the future of angling, and what would you like to see happen to angling in Ireland in the future?
I'd like to see more encouragement and more thought given onto the children coming into the sport, and protecting our fisheries as well. Currently it's been under threat from overfishing for commercial reasons. And we have a great environment here, and we have great facilities in Ireland to encourage it for tourism if we protect it and if we promote it correctly. It's all down to the genuine people getting involved in it and getting the support to bring it forward.
Linda, Joe, thanks a million. Great to see you encouraging young people, and great to see ladies as well involved in this pastime.
And Pierce, thanks very much for coming here and giving us coverage and promoting the sport to us.
Thanks a million, Joe. Best of luck. I'm sure we'll catch up with you again. Linda and Joe, they're encouraging young people to get involved in this pastime and sport. And of course, on a wonderful evening like this, on a beautiful strand in Enniscrone, well, you can't ask for a better pastime. Well, down here on the shore in Enniscrone, I'm joined by Noel Fogarty, a former angling international for Ireland. And Noel, tell us a little bit about what you're at. I can see you're preparing here.
We're preparing here a bit of bait trace now, second trace being made, right, for the fishing. We'll be casting now, starting now in about a couple of minutes. So it's a day to have one trace up and a second trace bait. So when you do reel in, it's easy to change traces over, get your fish measured and rebait again and start over. So you constantly have a rod in the water at all times.
Tell us a little bit about the rules and regulations this afternoon.
This afternoon you're allowed, if you catch a fish, you must get your fish. You're allowed to cast straight back out, but you must get your fish signed by the angler beside you before you retrieve in your next cast. And it's all catch and release today. So if we catch a fish, we all release it and let it go back, keep the fish stocks up.
So it's a little bit like the guy beside you correcting your spellings at school.
That's it. Your fish has to be measured and signed for and added up at the end of the day.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Noel, because you are a former Irish international. Well, probably you could be still an Irish international at this stage if you do well today.
That's true. I've been lucky in the past to represent Ireland. If we're lucky enough to win today, we can represent Ireland in the home internationals. So with a bit of luck, something might come good.
Where did you compete and what was that like?
In the past I've competed in France, Portugal and Brazil. It was an experience to say the least, different type of fishing, lighter lines, different types of fish, and it was enjoyable, very enjoyable.
Great. Tell us about your bait this afternoon, because I can see it here in front of you.
These are lugworms, fresh type lugworms here. These ones here are called maddies. They're a type of harbour ragworms, and this is another type of lugworm. They're called blacks, which are usually frozen down. Okay. We also have some mackerel as well. They'll be the main baits for today, and hopefully they come good.
And what do you hope to catch this afternoon?
We hope to catch mainly a lot of flatfish, a lot of flounders. We might get a few collies then when it gets dark, if we're lucky.
You're a dub. What do you think of the west of Ireland?
It's lovely. I absolutely enjoy coming over to West all the time. It's magic.
No, the best luck this afternoon. Thanks for your
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, cheers.
Well, I'm Brian Mooney. I'm from Killala, over in Mayo there. I've been fishing most of my life, mainly the boats now, as the uncle had a character out of Killala. But let's say the last 4 or 5 years, I've been doing more shore angling, you know, because it's the accessibility really. We have great beaches. There's no reason that, you know, more people shouldn't get involved in it. And it's great. It's just a great sport altogether, you know. It's peaceful. You get to meet people. I'm only after getting into competitions now the last maybe a couple of months, you know. They have a league here every year. I think it's 8 or 9 different days, like. But I managed to get 2 or 3 in. Met a few lads, just kind of adapting to this kind of way of fishing now. It's good, like it's pretty good. You get to meet people, and I'm in a club back home, so it's enjoyable. Yeah, I like meeting the new people.
I fished kind of all my life, but I mean the competition fishing is it gives me a great old buzz, like, you know. It's like an electric shock going down the line there when you get a bite when you're when you're in the big competitions. But you start off in your club and you fish like Cork's Anglers, my club, so there'll be about 20 odd in the club. And if you win the league for the year, you get into another competition called the Irish Masters, where the winners of all the clubs in Ireland are, and that was fished a couple of weeks ago up in Portrush. But that's once a year, it's the Irish Masters. That's the kind of the main competition. And this then is the All-Ireland Open, but anyone can fish in this one. I was on the Irish team in Italy in 2005, and I was a sub in Brazil in 2007, and I came second in the All-Ireland thing there now up in Portrush 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've won the club the last 7 or 8 years in a row now, so I've gotten into the Masters the last 7 or 8 years, but people are getting closer every year, so I don't know how long I'll keep it up.
And is it technique or luck, Alan, or what's the key to the...
It's a bit of both. The more, like if a good guy gets a good draw, he'll win, whereas if a guy isn't good and he gets a good draw, he mightn't win, you know. I mean, you get the odd bit of luck, like normally a peg on the end is better because you've got the whole side of the beach open to you on either side, but so you'd be hoping for an end peg, or else there'd be something like that. There's a river flowing out there now, so either side of that river should be good, you know. But I mean, it's the same guys kind of win every time. I mean, up in Portrush now, there was a fellow who won it, Brian Cook. I think I fished up there 8 different competitions. I think he's won 7 of them and come second in the other one. You know, and that's, no matter where he's put, he seems to do very well, you know. But
a bit like the Kilkenny hurlers.
It's a bit like the Kilkenny hurlers, yeah. The odd time Cork nip in though. But the other thing with fishing is, I mean, you can fish till you're any age. There's a fellow called Budge Booker. He's an English fella, and he won the European Championships on the east coast of Ireland when he was 74. He's 78 now, but he still competes every year in the European Championships. And he comes over fishing in Ireland. But I mean, there was all the guys from all over Europe fishing that, and he won it at 74, you know. So I mean, you can fish till the day you drop. You can't play rugby.
I'm from Dungiven. I'm originally from the Isle of Man before. This is the first big competition I've done over here, so this is a flounder, so I can't even breathe. I caught him on lugworm and mackerel, and it was just passed out just as far as I could, just past them big breakers over there. So I have to go to the fella next to me, and then he measures it for me and then writes it down on a card, and then at the end of the competition, then they add up all the points and all the centimetres and that up into points, and then whoever's got the most at the end of the competition wins. So yeah, nearly 3-hour drive or something we did this morning to get here, so it's worth it now. I've caught a fish, so I'm quite happy now. I was going to give up at one point. Once I've taken the hook out of him, I'll just go to put it in a bucket of water, go to the fella next to me, he'll measure it, and I'll go and put it back into the sea.
Well, for people who haven't seen it, I say they probably think we're all crazy, for starters. But we're delighted with the turnout. The turnout has been fantastic. We were expecting in around 100 to in around the 90s. We had 120 down. I think we've 117 plus fishing, which is fantastic for a day in November. And that's it. It's great. And can't complain. Fish aren't just coming at the moment, but they will. They will.
What do you enjoy about it yourself?
It's getting out, meet the lads. They're from all over the country. There's not that many doing it this part of the country, which is great. Like to get these guys from the east coast, south coast that do a lot more shore angling than we do, to get them down here and say that we have good fishing, we have great beaches for this sort of thing. And the more time they come, the better. Like we want to put the place on the map.
Well, as the sun sets here on the beautiful strand in Inniscrone, I think it's probably the best time for us to say goodbye for this week. I hope you enjoyed the programme. Big thank you to everybody involved in the All-Ireland Shore Angling Finals this weekend. A great weekend was had by everybody. And a thank you also, special thank you to Declan Gallagher, a big fan of Irish TV, for inviting us along. Until next week, from everybody involved in the programme, Slán agus Beannacht.